Hello and welcome to Big Scott 35. Let's talk Thanksgiving edition. Now, I'm not one to get all sappy about the holidays and Thanksgiving. I usually don't, stand up and go, this is what I'm thankful for. But this year, I think it kind of calls for it. And I think this is like the fifth time I've tried doing this video today. And it's been a tough one. And not because what you're thinking about. It's been a tough year. But man, this hobby has brought me a lot of good, and I feel like I'm leaving things out, and I really don't want to. I want to touch on the things that I'm really thankful for. So I want to start off by saying this hobby kept me sane this year. I have no family with me. I am 1,500 miles away from my family and friends where I live majority of my life. Uh, I haven't seen any of them in 13 months, so it's been tough. But this community has kept me sane, and it's the videos, the interaction, the just days that I'm off. I can absorb myself into this and not what's going on out there, because it hasn't been good for me this year, and my health is good. I'm thankful for. I'm thankful I have my job, but this hobby is what I'm very thankful for, and I just want to say thank you for that. And what this year has brought me in the hobby is retouching on some of the things that I haven't touched on before or been neglecting, like my Mets flagship run, Topps flagship. And then in turn that got me into sport lots where I'm selling and getting rid of a lot of my bulk base cards and using that money to get my Topps cards I need for my flagship run, and that's been fun. And I if this would have been a normal year, maybe I'm still doing normal things. I'm still spending money other places and not working on that. And the reason I'm not spending money on other places is because the flipper scene came on, and I think that got really contributed with the onset of the corona, really magnifying that, because people being at home, and good way of making some easy money, I guess. Next is people coming to my channel. Never thought I would have. I'm only at 243 for subscribers. I never thought I'd have one subscriber. I thought this was going to be something that I would look at. Hey, show my friends and family. That's kind of how I started. Is people back home wanted to see things, make sure I'm okay. It was just the easy way for people to see that, and just kind of show my friends, because people don't understand. They hear baseball cards and they think I'm sitting around like I'm 13 years old with baseball cards, and then so it's kind of a way to show what I actually do, and how I'm still a 13-year-old trapped in an adult body. But that's kind of the way, and I'm doing that, and I think that's fun for me with that. Next is the people, the channels that I watch. There's two new channels that I'm interested in a lot. About the Cards, it's a podcast. Three guys. I'm not gonna try to remember their names. Like I said, I've been watching a couple months, but these are three guys. It's about the cards, and that's it. Not about investing. It's not about grading. It's about the new stuff coming out, about stuff that they're doing, stuff they're seeing on Twitter. They're really active on Twitter. I'm trying to get active on Twitter. I I lose focus on that. That's something I think people get on there and that's a rabbit hole, and I just haven't got there yet with that. Next is Natsman72, and he's one I've been on his channel. So you should check that out. And I think he's very genuine. This is a guy, everybody's talking about friendships being made, and me and him have, made a connection, of course. I did his show, but he's just down to earth. And now he sells, and he'll talk about investing some, but it's about the cards with him. and he is like me, where he's learning, somebody that's gotten, back in the hobby. For me, I never say I left. I've always had one toe in, but the area I was in, what I'm in now, is a different world than what I was before, and YouTube enlightened me to that. Uh, I guess I wasn't advanced enough to be. I wasn't on forums. I wasn't reading the back pages of the Beckett's. I would get the Beckett for the pricing and look at what cards were hot. I never really looked at the forums. I never, try to get stuff through the mail. Things like, I never trusted any of that. So my world's a little different. In the last 5 years have changed. 6 years. In this community, it's been an added, and I want to thank you for that. And then some channels that got me into this. I'm not going to name the first channels because they were horrible, and that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I would watch them at work, and I'd be like, "Man, I could do better than that." And my friends were like, "Well, then do it." Well, so I did it. But through them, I got on a page came up was Baseball Collector, which I love baseball and I collect. So there you go. I went to that channel, learned about PSA grading. I thought PSA grading was a joke. I still kind of feel like it's a joke, but it's a joke that I'm in on now. Turned me into the registry, which I love, which also hate Mike for because it's an addiction. But it's a good hate. It's a love hate. So I really want to thank him for that. And through him, I started watching Eric Those Back Pages, which is everybody's friend. I don't think he's ever met a person that's not his friend. And what an enlightenment he is. He brings everything to this community that we need. Conscience, backbone, make things to make you think. And he does it in a very nice way, and he really thinks about what he's going to say. And I have people at work that come in and ask me if he's got another video, and they have nothing to do. They care less about the hobby, but they like listening to him. So I want to thank him for that. And of course, when you start name dropping, you're going to leave out things. So, I love everybody in this hobby. I just wanted it. Them two were kind of, one got me kind of going in a certain direction, and the second one keeps me in it, because every time I'm like, man, I ain't got nobody watching me. Because you start doing this at first, you're like, oh, I don't care. And then like, man, you go through like, man, I haven't got a subscriber in months, and then I watched one of his videos about never stopping, make content. It's there for you. And it's exactly right. It reminds me about why I was in it. And then the next two guys are kind of now with each other. They're kind of connected in my worldview because they share a Facebook group together, and that's JT and Mike O. Mike O and Triple Crown, I should say. Triple Crown does PSA, Mike O does SGC, which who knows what's going to go on with them in 21. But Mike O, well, I'll start with Triple Crown. Triple Crown is great. He's on top of things, spreadsheets on top of spreadsheets, and he knows exactly what's going on. If he doesn't, he'll find out, get back to you. Top-notch guy. I voted for him last year for the Hall of Fame. I just think his content is really good, insightful, and he started a company. Well, he started selling cards and made that jump into there, and it's congratulations to him on that, and hopefully everything he wants it to be. And so it was very good. And Mike O, you'll hear me gush about this guy. He is so good with the community. I think he is top notch. I think he does so much for the community. If you he's another guy that collects what he's going to collect, and not shy about it. But I watch him and I learn a lot. Even though he does Phillies and I do majority Mets, I learn a lot from that, how he does things. And I can ask him, hey, and I've asked him questions, and he's gotten back to me. And me and him have had conversations, and that's one guy at the next national. I like to. Hopefully, we could hang out and I could pick his brain a little bit, or or not, high five each other and go do our separate things. It, doesn't really matter to me. It won't change my what I feel. But that these guys are been instrumental to what I do and how I do things, and I think I really wanted to thank them, and then I want to thank three guys that come to my channel and leave remarks. First one is Vintage Oddball. His channel's awesome, very knowledgeable. I don't do vintage, but man, I love watching his channel because I don't do vintage, if that makes sense. Because I don't do vintage, I don't never see any of this stuff. But man, is it interesting. Man, is it awesome to look at. And his knowledge is second to none on that stuff. I mean, it's awesome. And when he leaves me a comment, I am over the moon because I have so much respect for this man. And I like, correspondence with anybody. And then you got Recent D, who I met through, he said he saw me on Mike O's cell group, which I'm on a lot. And when Mike does live sales, and he leaves me, me and him have had some great little one-line conversations, but I love him. It makes my day. It keeps, like I said, it keeps me sane. And then Dr. Exclusive, I think is his name. He's been great. I think he does hockey. He's been liking some of the hockey stuff I do. And I'm trying to do a little bit more in hockey. I love the sport. I just, I don't watch it as much as I love Caps. I could talk about the Caps, but even last year, I didn't see but a handful of games, so I can't really talk about them right now. But the guys that come and comment, any of you guys, or watch or whatever, love each and every one of you. Everybody that comes to my channel, love you. And this hobby has been great to me this year, as bad as this year's been. And I just wanted to say thank you for that. So until next time, see you.